Video shows Russian forces destroyed Antonov AN-225 cargo plane in Ukraine airport. The remains of the world's largest cargo plane ever built was among the wreckage left behind when Russian troops retreated from Antonov airport. Ukrainian troops moved further north from the capital Kiev on Sunday and gained control of the area that was stormed by Russian forces in the first days of the war. Inside the compound, the massive Antonov AN-225 lay underneath a hangar pock-marked with holes from the February 25 attack that destroyed it. There were also remnants of 6 armored vehicles laid on a nearby field surrounded by bits of twisted metal, rockets and bullet casings. It was unclear who they belonged to because they were burned. Ukraine and its Western allies reported mounting evidence of Russia withdrawing its forces from around Kiev and building its troop strength in eastern Ukraine. Ukrainian troops moved cautiously to retake territory north of the country's capital on Saturday, using cables to pull the bodies of civilians off the streets in one town out of fear that Russian forces might have booby-trapped them before leaving. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky warned in the nightly video address hours earlier that departing Russian troops were creating a catastrophic situation for civilians by leaving mines around homes, abandoned equipment, and even the bodies of those killed. Ukraine and its Western allies reported mounting evidence of Russia withdrawing its forces from around Kiev and building its troop strength in eastern Ukraine. Ukrainian fighters reclaimed several areas near the capital after forcing the Russians out or moving in after them. Officials said the visible shift did not mean the country faced a reprieve from more than 5 weeks of war, or that the more than 4 million refugees who have fled Ukraine will return soon. Moscow's focus on eastern Ukraine also kept the besieged southern city of Mariupol in the crosshairs. The port city on the Sea of Azov is located in the mostly Russian-speaking Donbas region, where Russia-backed separatists have fought Ukrainian troops for 8 years. Military analysts think Russian President Vladimir Putin is determined to capture the region after his forces failed to secure Kiev and other major cities. The International Committee of the Red Cross planned to try Saturday to get into Mariupol to evacuate residents. The Red Cross said it could not carry out the operation on Friday because it did not receive assurances that the route was safe. City authorities said the Russians blocked access to the city. The humanitarian group said a team with 3 vehicles and 9 Red Cross staff members was headed to Mariupol on Saturday to help facilitate the safe evacuation of civilians. It said its team planned to accompany a convoy of civilians from Mariupol to another city. Ukraine's Deputy Prime Minister Irina Vereshchuk said 765 Mariupol residents reached Zaporizhia on Saturday in private vehicles. The Mariupol City Council said earlier on Saturday that 10 empty buses were headed to Berdyansk, a city 84 kilometers west of Mariupol, to pick up people who managed to get there on their own. About 2,000 made it out of Mariupol on Friday, some on buses and some in their own vehicles, city officials said. Evacuees boarded about 25 buses in Berdyansk and arrived around midnight to Zaporizhia, a city still under Ukrainian control that has served as the destination under previous ceasefires announced and then broken to get civilians out and aid into Mariupol. Among them was Tamila Mazurenko, who said she fled Mariupol on Monday and made it to Berdyansk. That night, Mazurenko said she waited for a bus until Friday, spending one night sleeping in a field. Mariupol, which was surrounded by Russian forces a month ago, has suffered some of the war's worst attacks, including on a maternity hospital and a theater that was sheltering civilians. Around 100,000 people are believed to remain in the city, down from a pre-war population of 430,000, and they are facing dire shortages of water, food, fuel, and medicine. The city's capture would give Moscow an unbroken land bridge from Russia to Crimea, which it seized from Ukraine in 2014. But its resistance has also taken on symbolic significance during Russia's invasion, said Volodymyr Fesenko, head of the Ukrainian think tank Penta. Mariupol has become a symbol of Ukrainian resistance, and without its conquest, Putin cannot sit down at the negotiating table.